And for everyone who has community service, October the 7th is double credit. It's Union Township Cleanup Day. We'll give double credit for community service for that day, or toward your fines. You get $100 credit toward your fine if you work community service that day. All right, Mr. Alexander, you should be able to finish this up in the next month. So
Yep.
I'm going to set you for October 30th. Get it finished by then, you don't have to come back.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. 9 a.m. October 30th. Jeanette Boyd, 202482.
Your Honor, if I may, she turned community service in this morning from the dog pound. I need to call and see if she got credit in the iron control.
Okay. Are you still at Mended Reeds?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, anyone here from Mended Reeds today? Do you have a report for Ms. Boyd?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, says you are compliant. Okay, I'll set you for October 30th also, your next hearing. 9 o'clock, October 30th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Stacy Burcroft, 23459. You were gonna go to Prestera, did you do that?
I had actually gotten a job at Prestera, and I'm still being seen with Huntington Hospitalist Group on 20th Street. It's the same doctor that I was seeing when I went through the HAWK program last year when I was on parole. I've been speaking with my doctor and my counselors, and I've come to the decision that I'd like to just do the 30 days if possible.
30 days of jail?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
It's a personal preference. Like I said, I just got off of parole last year. I just would rather get it over with and get it done.
I'd rather see you be clean than go to jail. The jail's way overcrowded. Have you been to our jail?
No.
It's pretty bad circumstances. It's way overcrowded. I'd rather, there's other people that need to go worse than you do, and you need to be clean. I just want you to be clean. That's what the jail is for, is to motivate you to stay clean. I want you to go do a urine screen. Last time, you had a dirty drug screen. Are you gonna be dirty again this time?
Yes.
When you're working at
I'm not working there.
I thought you said you were working at Prestera.
I was. You had them send paperwork or something over explaining the situation. They decided not to keep me.
Okay, well, they probably don't want people testing for cocaine, working for them, I would say. Okay, so would you still be dirty for cocaine?
Yes.
Well, there's no long-term in that. I mean, you don't want to why don't we try treatment or something rather than jail?
No, thank you.
Okay, 30 days in jail it is. Take her and put her in the holding cell. Call the sheriff's office. that makes no sense to me. Okay, Alexis Kane,
Correct, Your Honor.
yes, 23502. Okay, you had a good screen, there's stuff you're still working on, it looks like, so that's progress over where you were, right?
Yes.
So that's good. Look, I don't want people to go to jail. I try to, everything I can to keep people out of jail, especially if it's a substance use issue, because we know from research, going to jail doesn't cure your substance use issue. In a lot of cases, it just makes it worse. So I want people to get clean, and I want to help them get clean. If they need a little help, negative reinforcement, like, you know, my mother did me with a switch, that's okay. If you get clean because you're afraid of going to jail, I'm all right with that. But at some point, it has to become you. It has to become your project. It has to become you're becoming clean for you, your children, your parents, your family, your community. It's all for you, because I can't follow you the rest of your life. You gotta make it your project. And so far, you're on the right track. But I don't know if you made it your project yet or not, but I hope so. Okay. I want to see you October 20th. We'll make it about a month. So far, so good. Keep it up.
Thank you.
9 o'clock, October 20th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Daryl Campbell. Okay, how are you, Daryl?
Good.
Good. No problems?
Nope.
Doing better?
Trying to.
Okay. Well, trying is a big part of it. You gotta try. We want to keep watching him, or you?
He's fine now.
Okay, so we don't need to have any more review hearings.
No.
All right, Daryl, you're finished. Just keep doing what you're supposed to and don't cause your mom any problems, okay? Case is completed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. John Cronin.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Major has a report on that.
Okay, let's have him come in then.
He's talking about that.
All right. John Cronin was at Bethesda for inpatient treatment with an ankle monitor, and he left.
He was. We give new clients an initial intake phone call, and when he called his family, he discovered that his 17-year-old sister had passed away from an overdose, and I think that was the stressor that drove him to run. Once we were notified that he ran, I immediately called Carl Bowen, and that's kind of where I'm at right now.
I did call Carl Bowen's office at about 9:15 on the 15th. He cut the monitor off. So.
Okay. It's really sad because, you know, it's hard to learn from other people's mistakes. We got a room full of people, and some of you are facing substance use issues and may go to treatment. This guy's going to go to prison now. And he had a misdemeanor. He had a misdemeanor charge with a bad substance use problem, went to inpatient treatment because he had left before, I think, with an ankle monitor. And I told him, if you cut the ankle monitor off, it's going to be out of my hands. You're going to go to common police court, get indicted. You will go to prison for 3 years. He's going to go to prison for 3 years on a misdemeanor that the most he could have got, if I'd given him everything I possibly could, would have been 6 months in the county jail, not in prison. But now he's going to go to prison for 3 years. Okay, I'll issue a warrant for his arrest. God help him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cody Dement, 23-6. Cody Dement,
Your Honor, he was at community service Saturday also.
okay. He has 7 days to come in before a warrant will issue. Francie Dement and your family?
Yeah, I'll get a hold of him and let him know that he was supposed to be here.
Okay, thank you. Andrea Ellis. All right, Ms. Ellis, you got community service and fines to pay.
Yeah, I paid $50 today, and I can get some community service in this week.
Okay, and you heard about the 7th, you get 2 days.
Yes.
So if you do 1 day this week and do the October 7th, you'll have your community service done. You're gonna
Okay.
get 2 days credit for 1 day.
Okay.
Okay, I will set you for October 27th, 9 o'clock. It's your next hearing.
Thank you,
Get it
Judge.
done before then, you don't have to come back.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Jeffrey Moore II, Brianna Morgan, Mark Oden, Shandon Pringle, Patrick Shanahan, Andrew Smith, Gretchen Smith, Jeffrey Trout, and Sarah Woods.
Taylor, can you approach the bench, please?
Yes.
Well, you have to put somebody in the back. She's the third person. They tested her last time. Okay. I want her in jail. Can you talk to her? There's her, you want her file?
Josh will need that to do the entry.
We'll need it back, obviously. Stacy Burkle. Mark Oden is here.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to pay anything on your funds today?
I'm actually gonna pick up a check and come back and drop something off. I already did the dog pound on Labor Day as well. I signed
He
the,
came and talked to me about doing community service. I told him he needed to, it was his responsibility to get me the proof of it. I had not received it yet.
Okay.
they had a piece of papers that signed it, all, and Ballard as well. I put it down for you and Ballard, sir.
Okay, well, you can only get credit for one place at a time, so, and you are paying something today?
I gotta go get my check first.
How much?
I have to see my check. I'm gonna say maybe 200.
Okay, put you down for that. I'll set your next hearing for October the 27th.
No, so if I call the dog pound and get verification, can I use that for $35, $50, would you say, a day? For community service?
You get $50 a day credit for whatever community service you do.
And it was time and a half, I believe, that day, the dog pound, sir.
You'll have to bring me proof of it,
Yes, sir.
and then I can call and verify.
Yes, sir.
Okay, once you get it finished, you can quit coming to these hearings.
Yes, sir.
Okay, October 27th, if it's done by then, you don't have to show up. Just verify that with either Mr. Cooper or Mr. Major that you're completed.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I see Shandon Pringle's supposed to be here today.
She's on the way.
Okay, I'll hold her to the side. Jeffrey Moore. Is he not here? That's disappointing.
Not check in.
Well, let's see. Maybe he's completed. He did complete outpatient treatment with Southern Pope. Okay, so let's put this on my desk and I'll review it to make sure he is completed. It looks like he might be completed. Brianna Morgan. Brianna Morgan is not completed. She did pay her fines, but she still has community service to do, so it'll be a benchmark issue. Patrick Shanahan,
Yes, sir.
22678. Okay, you've done a day of community service since your last hearing.
I got $20 to pay on my fines today, too.
Okay. Can I see his entry on that side? Popping up for me here. Okay, you were at Brighter Days.
Yeah, I'm still there, sir.
Okay. Did they give you a report?
No, they actually didn't. They're underneath new management, so everything's a little chaotic right now, and they didn't give me one this morning.
Okay, I need a report on that because that was part of your order.
Oh, okay. I could get one and bring it back to you.
Okay?
I mean, we're just right down the street, so I could go get it.
Okay, I'll set your next review hearing for October 23rd. Give me a report in here.
All right, I'll bring it right back.
And you're paying 20 on your phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see the park for that.
All right, thank you.
Well, Andrew Smith. Yes. 18-10-7-8, 18-850, 18-605.
Your Honor, this was turned in, I did not accept it.
Who's this from? Oh, so is this Colgrove?
Yes.
I just see Bill Murphy's name.
Well, that's got our phone number on it.
Oh, okay. We need something, we need something on letterhead.
Yeah, that's what it explained to me today.
So were you doing this for the village of Colgrove, or how'd that work?
Yeah, that's what
something
I've been
you
working on.
I do approve to do it at the Village of Colgrove, but I need something, it needs to be legitimate.
Okay, we need something more formal than that. It's all handwriting and it doesn't even,
All right, I'll tell him.
yeah, get him to put something on, I'm sure they got letterhead there. October 23rd is your next hearing. Are you paying anything on your fines?
I got 20 I put on it today.
Okay, it's like 20. October 23rd, 9 o'clock is your next hearing. See the park. Gretchen Smith.
Hello.
22-16-61. Not much has happened on your case.
I plan on paying what I owe Friday when I get paid.
And were you inpatient treatment at one point?
I completed it. I've been in treatment for the last 14 months. I work at a treatment facility now in Portsmouth.
Okay, was the name of it Sunrise?
That's where I was at. I work at Scioto Behavioral. I still do outpatient at Sunrise.
Well, your judgment entry said that if you completed inpatient, you didn't have to go to the driver intervention program, but I don't have anything proving that you completed. I've got a statement, an undated piece of paper saying Gretchen has completed 16 hours with Sunrise Treatment Center.
I think that was community service, Your Honor.
Okay, I've got nothing showing that you
Okay.
did treatment.
Okay, yeah, I can get they don't actually give you a certificate when you complete there, but I can get,
Why?
they said that drug addiction is never finished.
Well, I can agree with that, but
Yeah.
you gotta have,
I will
I
have,
gotta have some proof. Here, here's the thing. I mean, this is something I've been doing, but really I'm not supposed to. Because the Ohio legislature makes the law. They make the rules. I don't make the rules. I'm just supposed to enforce them.
Right.
But one of the things that they say on a first offense OVI, I have to make you either go to jail or complete what's called a driver intervention program. That's a 3-day school. So, and the prosecutors kind of agreed with this. If you go to inpatient treatment for days upon days and months upon months, isn't that better than going to a 3-day school?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You're going to get more education, hopefully help your substance use issues better than going to a weekend school. So I'll let you do that instead. But you don't have any proof that you did it.
Okay, I
So
can
if you
call.
don't, then I gotta make you go to the, I either gotta put you in jail, according to the legislature. I'm really not even supposed to let you do it in lieu of jail. I'm either supposed to make you go to the 3-day school, and that's gonna be $400 or $500. You have $400 or $500 laying around that you wanna spend on going to a weekend school?
No, Your Honor. I
Okay,
can get something from them.
all right, and it's gotta be legit looking, not something that is written on the back of a napkin. Like the last thing that somebody tried to turn in.
Okay.
Okay, so bring me that at your next hearing, and look, you got community service to do too.
Okay, can I do that in Scioto County?
You can do it in Scioto County. You can do it for Portsmouth Municipal Court,
Okay, thank you.
but you gotta do it.
All right, thank you.
Okay, October 23rd is your next hearing,
Thank you, Your Honor.
9 o'clock.
Okay.
You're welcome. Jeffrey Trout.
Not checking.
Jeffrey Trout's not appeared, gets a benchmark for failure to appear. He has stuff left to do. In one case, his other case is completed. Sarah Woods.
Your Honor, Ms. Woods had a procedure on Friday that required her to have a catheter bag for several days. So she is at the facility. And as you can see from the report, we've started her over due to an incident with her own prescription.
Okay, so there's
There's plenty of work to do.
lots of work to do, it looks like.
She's also monitored by Common Pleas as well.
Okay. Well, I was gonna bring her in pretty quick then, but if they're, do you know when they will be looking at her again?
She goes in every Monday, so this was a recent incident. She met with, Melissa was out of town last week, so she'll be in town this week, so we should know what their determination is.
All right, I'll set it for October 27th, since they're gonna be looking at it on a weekly basis. October 27th will be your next hearing here, at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, that finishes the reviews we have, except Shannon Pringle, she's on her way. She got a better attitude now?
Oh, much better.
Okay, good. All right, so these are the new cases or old cases. If you missed something that caused you to get a warrant issued, you'll get called with the arraignments. You have a right to remain silent. When your name's called, come up to the table to your right. If you blurt out something, like just happened Friday, we had somebody on arraignment just blurt out and admitted half of what is alleged against them, maybe more than half. The prosecutor can use that against you. It's all being recorded, it's on the record. In the law, admissions are a big thing. If you admit something, they don't have to prove it, you just admitted it. So you don't have to say anything, but if you do say stuff, it's on the record. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have a lawyer appointed if you can't afford one and you meet the financial guidelines, and I have to ask you about your income then if you ask for a court-appointed lawyer. You have a right to bail, to make the state prove charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. If you decide to enter guilty or no contest plea, you're waiving all those rights you have as a defendant. You should not do that if you don't understand what's happening to you, if you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want to have a trial, or if you don't know what to do. Any of those reasons, if any of those boxes are you need to say not guilty when you're asked for a plea. Not guilty. That's the safest plea. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Kendall Bryant, case number CRB 23519.
Sir, are you Kendall Bryant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bryant, the state's filed a complaint against you alleging, and it's 23-519, alleging that at Union Township on August 23rd, you knowingly caused Jason R. Nance to believe you would cause serious physical harm to his person or property. That's an aggravated menacing charge. It carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
You understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
I'd like to have one appointed.
Do you have a job?
Yep.
What do you do?
I work for Acres Packaging, Huntington.
I didn't understand. I heard the packaging part.
It's a box company in Huntington.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yep.
How much per hour?
$21.20.
Okay, do you have a bunch of children?
Nope.
No children?
Nope.
Well, then you're not going to be eligible because you make too much money.
I'll get one.
How much time do you need to do that?
I don't know, a couple weeks or something.
Okay, let's see. Okay, court's on Mondays and Fridays except the second week of October because that's a holiday on Monday, Columbus Day. So do you have a preference as to when to come back?
No, sir, just whenever.
Okay, I'm going to make it then the 10th, October the 10th. That's going to be a Tuesday because the 9th's Columbus Day. So court's on Tuesday that week. So October the 10th, you want to write that down. There's a form there for you to put your next hearing date on. 10/10 at 10. It'll be at 10 a.m. Your pretrial. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. I'm going to let you sign a $1,000 signature bond. Is there anybody from the prosecutor's office coming in today? Or?
Yes, she went to get the folder, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm going to order, is it any problem for you to stay away from Jason Nance?
No, I don't want to see him.
It's not like a neighbor or something like that?
No.
Okay, I'm ordering you stay away from Jason Nance while this case is pending. Don't go around Jason Nance, don't text him, don't post stuff about him on social media. I want things to calm down. I'm not going to prejudge that something did happen, but I don't want anything else to happen.
Right.
So
They're pulling the folder right now, Your Honor.
they're going to bring what's called a protection order that you're going to sign. They'll give you a copy, take it to your lawyer.
Okay.
It's just in order for you to stay more than 500 feet away from Jason Nance while this case is pending. So nothing else happens or is allowed to happen. Do you have any questions, Mr. Bryant? Okay. Sign the protection order, get a copy of it, then you're free to leave.
State of Ohio versus KCR Bartram, case number CRD 23513. Casey Bartram, and I'll check in, Your Honor.
Casey Bartram has two files, 23-5-13-520. I do have a return of service where he was cited to come into court for today at 9 a.m. He's failed to appear, so there'll be a warrant issued now since he's failed to appear. That's on 23-520. On 513, I don't have any proof that he was served bid. I just have to make sure it's the right. Yeah, it is on 520. This is where he was served.
State of Ohio versus Ashley Mays, case number CRB 23517.
Ma'am, are you Ashley Mays?
Yes.
Ms. Mays, you have a criminal damaging complaint filed against you, alleging that on July 23rd in Perry Township, you knowingly caused or created a substantial risk of harm to property of Jessica Sloan, and that you did that without her consent. So the charge, criminal damaging, is a second-degree misdemeanor. It carries a maximum penalty of 90 days in jail, $750 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights I explained before?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to this charge?
I plead guilty.
If you enter a guilty plea, you're waiving the right to have a trial, to have a lawyer, and to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand all that? You still want to enter a guilty plea? Okay. I'll accept your guilty plea. I've got an affidavit, but I don't know if the prosecutor has more information than that. All I have is the affidavit. It's pretty lengthy. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Ashley May. She's just pled guilty to a criminal damaging complaint. I wondered if you had a report you wanted to put on the record.
No, it looks like the main issue, according to the victim, there is restitution, and we have an estimate that's been provided, and the restitution amount is $1,800.
And that was for, on a vehicle, it looks like?
Yes.
Do you have any statement other than the criminal affidavit from the complaint party, or I'll read it into the record if you have anything else.
I do not see a written statement, Your Honor, so I believe,
I've got the deputy's affidavit, is what I've got.
okay. There is a written statement by the victim, and she says that on July 23rd of 2023, I received a message from Ashley Mays telling me to come outside to fight her. I asked her what she was talking about, and after a few messages, she sent me a picture of my car. After more message, she messaged me letting me know she had keyed my car. When I got home, I saw the damages and called the sheriff's office.
Okay. Well, here's the way we can proceed. First, you have a right to make a statement if you want. On the issue of restitution, and if you agree, I haven't seen an estimate or anything. Do you have a written estimate? You have a right to see the estimate. In fact, we can have a hearing on the damages part if you want, and I'll make the party come in and testify as to what their damages are. I have to, if I'm going to order restitution, I have to do it at the same time that I sentence you, so I can't sentence you and then determine restitution later. I have to do it at the same time, according to our Supreme Court. So if that's what you want, then I'm going to delay the sentencing and have the other party come in and hear her testimony. Do you want to have a separate hearing on the damages?
That's fine.
You want to do that, or, okay. All right, so, you still want to enter a guilty plea after you heard she wants $1,800? Okay. I'll make a finding of guilty based upon the statement that's uncontested about there being damages, but I'll reserve on the issue of restitution. That's the amount that you'll have to pay, because I can order restitution up to $5,000 on a misdemeanor case, so they're asking for less than that. So let's subpoena Jessica Sloan to come in and bring her evidence as to what it's going to cost to fix her vehicle, or it did cost her. And then I'll make a decision on what I'll order you to pay. A couple weeks or more to get her in here, I think? Something like that?
A couple weeks is plenty, yeah.
Okay. Are you working, ma'am?
Yes.
What's your work schedule?
I can ask off for whatever it is.
I'll make it October 13th. So that's a Friday. And I'm going to set it at noon, so you don't have to come here and sit all day. It'll be an evidentiary hearing on sentencing for restitution. I'm going to let you sign a signature bond of $1,000. So what that means, you're signing a piece of paper that says, I promise to come to court, and if I don't, I'll pay $1,000 as a penalty, and I get a warrant. To get a warrant, you don't show up, and you have to pay $1,000 for not showing up. You show up and you won't have to post any money for bond. Do you have any questions, Ms. Mays? Okay, be back here on October the 13th at noon. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Evan Harmon, case number CRA 23457.
Sir, are you Evan Harmon?
Yes, sir.
They'll send you a copy of the charges.
Excuse me?
And it looks like he's at OVP now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
He has a charge alleging July 7th, so this is an older alleged allegation. July 7th of this year in Fayette Township, he did not only obtain, possess, or use cocaine, a Schedule II substance, possession of which is a felony of the 5th degree. Maximum penalty is a year in jail, $2,500 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
You have the money to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
Do you have a job?
Not at the moment. No.
Are you still inpatient? or
Yes,
what?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, he's still at OVP. He's due to graduate on the complete on the 25th of this month.
All right, Mr. Scott, I'll appoint you to represent Mr. Harmon.
Thank you, Judge. What do you got here? This time, under plea of not guilty on the issue of bond, Judge, we note that defendant is here today. Looks like he is inpatient, on the good track to complete. So obviously, condition of bond, he remained inpatient, complete, than any other treatment that's recommended to him.
Okay, yeah, he can sign a $2,000 signature bond, order you to stay in treatment and complete it. And when's the projected completion date? You probably told me that. I don't remember.
The 25th of this month.
Okay. Well, why don't we come back around that time? 23rd or 27th, Mr. Scott? Either one of those work for you?
Let's do the 27th, Judge.
October 27th. Preliminary hearing, and you waive time till then?
We do.
Be at 10 o'clock on October 27th for your next hearing. Any questions, sir?
No, sir.
Would you like to file, Mr. Scott? Court's file?
Yes, Your Honor, so get copies made. Thanks. Hang on outside.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Brian McClellan, case number TRD 182552, A through C, CRB 16200, TRD 161007, A and B, TRD 143549, A and B, TRD 101638, A and B.
All right, Mr. McClellan is here. He had a review hearing on a week ago. Looks like he missed that. Do you have an explanation?
Yeah, my whole family, they've been sick, and my girls brought home something from school. So,
Are you able to pay anything on your funds?
yeah, I paid 30.
You paid 30 already?
Yeah.
All right, I'll set your next hearing for October 20th,
Thank you.
9 o'clock. No warrant to be issued.
State of Ohio versus David W. Caldwell, case number TRD 07-1010.
All right, Mr. Caldwell, you had a review hearing July 28th, which looks like that you failed to appear for, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I was
You
in
have an
jail.
explanation for that?
I was in jail.
Where was that?
Gaines County,
When did you get released?
last week.
Okay, I'll cancel the warrant. You still have some community service to do. And you got a $50 warrant fee now, so that's all you got left. So you can do, you heard what I said about October 7th, you get double credit that day if you can get out here and work on October 7th, that's a Saturday.
Where at?
Show up right here at 7:30 a.m.
October 7th?
Yes, sir. I'm showing you 4 days, so that'd knock half of it out. Okay, next hearing, cancel the warrant. Set your next hearing for October 20th, 9 o'clock. Get this finished and you can quit coming to these hearings.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're free to go.
State of Ohio versus Harry M. Root, case number TRD 22-805 A and B, CRB 21-392 A and B.
And this was a case set for review September 8th. Looks like you missed that hearing. Do you admit that or deny it?
Yeah, I mean,
You have an explanation?
I just forgot about it. And I forgot about having court.
Okay. And then remember?
No, actually, I was notified yesterday to come in today.
Okay. Can you make a payment on your fines?
No, I haven't, I had my Social Security hearing, and they couldn't hear me very good. We got like halfway through the hearing on the phone, and they stopped the hearing. They're going to have to reschedule it, and they said it can take up to 75 days. They're supposed to mail me a letter.
Okay, I'll cancel the warrant since you did come in. You can do community service on October 7th, get double credit, or any other time, get credit towards your fines. October 23rd will be your next hearing at 9 o'clock. October 23rd, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Gregory M. Unruh, case number CRB 23571.
Gregory Unruh. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
You've got a menacing charge filed. It's alleged that on September 17th in, it says Crown City Township. I don't think there is such a thing. If it is, they've created a new one that I've never heard of before. Let's get the prosecutor and decide how we're going to handle this. It's either going to have to be Rome Township or it's going to be Gallia County. We've got a jurisdictional issue on this. This is Gregory Unruh. The complaint alleges Crown City Township. There is no such thing as Crown City Township. There's a village called Crown City. It's actually located in Gallia County. But I think there's some mailing addresses that are Crown City that are over in Lawrence County and Rome Township. So this is a jurisdictional issue, so I can't proceed until we find out where correct jurisdiction is.
Okay,
You wanna take a
we'll look
at
into it and then we can have it recalled.
All right, Mr. Unruh, just have a seat. I'll let the prosecutor do a little research and they'll probably have to amend their complaint then.
Okay.
You'll be recalled.
State of Ohio versus Edward Davis, Case number CRB 23570, A and B, Edward Davis.
Yes, sir.
And sir, you're Edward Davis?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Davis, it's alleged that Perry Township, September 17 of this year, by threat of force, you caused Thelma Davis to believe you would cause imminent physical harm to either her or her family. So the charge against you is that she is a member of your household or a member of your family. So that makes it a domestic violence charge.
Yes, sir. I got two, I guess.
Yes, there's an A and a B.
Yes.
The first one, A case, is a fourth, there's different kinds of domestic violence. This one's called a fourth degree misdemeanor,
Okay.
which means the maximum you face for it is 30 days in jail, $250 fine.
Okay.
And so is the B case, is a fourth degree misdemeanor. State's alleging same time and place, it looks like, but it's a different victim. It's a person,
It's John Davis, sir.
John Davis.
Yes, sir.
That you caused to believe you caused imminent physical harm to.
So did they
That's
say
a
I,
fourth degree misdemeanor also.
did they say I touched him, or was it screaming, or?
The affidavit says you were yelling and screaming. Pulled a gun. Told her to get off the property.
Okay.
Said that you tried to induce a fight.
I'm planning on guilty to that, sir.
Okay, so do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes, please.
Are you working?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I'm a janitor at Cold Grove during school.
Well, I have to determine your gross annual income. Is that a full-time job?
Yes, sir.
You know what you make a
I
year?
make about $16, $17 an hour.
On a 40-hour work week?
Yes, sir.
So about 33,000 a year?
Yeah, I think
gross?
so.
Do you have children?
Yes, sir.
How many?
4.
Okay, you're eligible for court-appointed counsel. I'll appoint Mr. Steyer. This is Mr. Steyer's, Edward Davis, fourth degree misdemeanor, domestic cases. He can sign $1,000 signature bonds. Well, actually, I think he did post a bond. He's already posted a bond, so his bonds continue. He doesn't need to post a bond. Protection orders requested.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any problem for you to stay away from
Well, the thing is, the
Thelma and John?
goes right where they said they own it. It goes right up against my house, my front porch.
So are you neighbors?
Yes. very close
Okay,
neighbors.
they are neighbors, so if it's set to like 500 feet or something, that's gonna be a problem, but as long as there's provision for the fact that he lives next door.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. You avoid contact with them. You don't engage with them. There's a problem, like they start yelling at you, you just go in your house. Call the sheriff. I don't want there to be another fight or alleged to be a fight. Since it's a fourth degree misdemeanor, we need to come back pretty quick anyway.
I'm here. The 13th is the only upcoming court day that I'm, well, 13th and the 20th I have jury trials, but other than that, I'm here. The rest of this month, the 6th, 9th, 17th, 23rd.
How about the 25th? Next week?
Oh, next week, okay, so 25th, I got
You
you.
today for a pretrial?
I am here that day, Your Honor.
Well, I'll set this for a pretrial, September 25th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Protection order.
Just wait for me to log in, about 20 minutes, okay?
State of Ohio versus Naaman C. Cox. Case number CRB 23569.
Okay, your name and Cox?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cox, you're charged with disorderly conduct. The good news is they charge you with the non-jailable variety. There's two types, one's jailable, one's not. They charge you with the one's not jailable. So last year at Mason Township on September the 16th, while voluntarily intoxicated, you engaged in conduct that created a risk of physical harm to yourself or others while being on the property of another person. So the maximum penalty for this is a $150 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to it?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll accept your guilty plea. I've got an affidavit from the deputy, Horsbond, who says I was dispatched to an address for a male in a pickup truck slumped over, not responding. When I arrived, the male was in the backyard of the home. Vehicle was must have been you were in the driver's seat. Truck was running. I put it in park. Oh, the truck was in the backyard. I put it in park and shut it off. The window was down. I could not get him to wake up. The male had a can of beer between his legs and a bottle of vodka sitting beside him, and another empty bottle of vodka in the passenger floorboard. A volunteer fireman came and removed the male from the truck and laid him on the ground. EMS arrived. They tried to get him to talk, and he became combative, screaming. And I then informed him I was arresting him for disorderly conduct because he was a risk to himself and others. He refused medical treatment and was taken to the jail. Okay, do you have anything you want to say?
No, sir.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Cooper pointed out Mr. Cox is on probation and has other cases.
Okay.
Or on the screen. We have the review hearing on September the 29th.
I mentioned to Mr. Major a little bit ago that I need to speak with him today.
You need to speak to?
Mr. Major.
Okay.
I need to report to him all this stuff.
It sounds like we need to get a handle on your drinking. Right? Do you agree with that?
Obviously, due to what she just
When you drink enough to pass out, that means you're drinking way too much. Can I get an agreement on that?
I agree with you on that.
Okay. And you've already had an OVI. And the driving under an OVI suspension.
I have a lot that I need to speak to Mr. Major about.
Okay, well, I'll let you go do that. I want him, see, you were ordered at one point to have treatment, so we need to, that was in the past on one of your prior OVI, so I think we need to revisit that. So go talk with him. Let me ask you some questions. Did you ever do the treatment you were ordered to do before?
Originally, I was going to Spectrum. I completed the entire program, got my certificate and everything. And I came back in here for my review, and you said that you would like to see me follow through and maybe get assessed at a different program.
Well, Spectrum doesn't exist anymore.
Right. I went to OVP in Gallipolis, and they assessed me up there. I can't remember the gentleman's name that was dealing with me, but he said that he didn't think that I needed to be in the program. But I do not have anything official to.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say he's wrong.
Your Honor, I can verify that he did complete treatment at Spectrum. I can't remember the exact date, but he did complete it.
It was a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah.
No, I just completed it, I want to say something roughly like 6 months ago. I have the certificate.
Well, That's about when they went out of business, or maybe before that.
It was shortly before they went out.
Okay, well, this is all new incident, so we need, obviously, there's still issues. Are you working now?
Yes, but it's complicated.
Okay. Well, go talk to Mr. Major. Taylor knows your history. Maybe you can talk to him also. We need to address this, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we need to address it. So let's come up with a solution. Go talk to them, and I'll have you come back after you've done that. We'll see if we can get a plan together.
Is that all for now?
Yeah, we'll recall you later. This goes in there. This goes in that file.
What would you like me to say, Mr. Major?
Tell them what's been going on. Taylor knows. She was in here, so she can tell me. Okay, we're going to go to the jail now for some teleconference.
State of Ohio versus William C. Colmeyer at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 22-390, and Dolores Hill is on deck.
So are you William Colmeyer?
Yes, sir.
Colmeyer, I'm Judge Capper.
How you doing?
I'm better than I deserve. It looks like you missed a hearing back in December of 22 and got a warrant issued, and it looks like the warrant finally caught up with you. And Mr. Steyer's your lawyer, right?
I believe so.
He is here. So what I'm going to do, we're going to have Mr. Steyer talk with you, and then we'll recall you your case after you talk to your lawyer. He'll call down and talk to you on the telephone. Then we'll recall you. Okay?
All right.
State of Ohio versus Dolores E. Hill, case number CRB 23568 and CRB 23536. It's Tyler Smith's case.
All right, we need Mr. Smith in the courtroom. Tyler Smith, Dolores Hill. All right, I don't know if we've got anything worked out here, or...
Your Honor, unfortunately, I used up all my ideas on Friday. I don't know where we can send her. Okay.
This must be, well, Maddie Hammond was the alleged victim on one of the...
Yeah, that's my 6-year-old daughter.
Okay.
She is my sister, or her sister.
We're trying to find a place for her to get some treatment. The problem has been she has Medicare, West Virginia Medicare, and there's very few facilities that I have access to that will take a patient whose pay source is West Virginia Medicare. So that's kind of stumped us so far.
I know she has it. I don't know. The last time that she had an incident, she stayed there one time and we were getting to that. And that's the issue now because she wasn't just, she got kicked out of her apartment, so we let her come and stay with us. But this has been going on multiple times, and now my landlord doesn't want her on my property deal. And he said if she comes back to my property, we're going to be kicked out. And I have 3 kids, I can't afford to have that. So, and then
Does she need substance use counseling and mental health counseling?
As far as substance abuse, I don't know anything about it. I don't know what she's done. But I know as far as mental health counseling, yes, I think she can do that. And like I told Ms. Jasmine earlier, I think putting her in jail or letting her out in the streets is not helping her in any situation at all. You know, I think she needs to go somewhere that she can get the help she needs. That way she can take her medicine. Because when she's on her medicine, she's fine. You know, I mean, she's got no issues. It's when she's on her medication is when she has those.
Well, I absolutely agree with everything you're saying. The problem is we don't have very many facilities for people in the circumstances that she's in. I've got a lot of facilities for people with substance use issues that have Medicaid, but not much for people that are on Medicare, which means you got a disability. And then for someone who has Medicare and mental health issues only, it's almost nothing. And we've got a new facility coming online at the old Bellefonte Hospital, but they're not up yet.
St. Mary's, Hartford, and then River Park and Miller Bay.
Saturday, you said?
Prestera.
Oh, Prestera. All right. You want to try Prestera?
We can try it. I don't know, do we know if they'll take West Virginia Medicare?
Well, they're in West Virginia.
But I know they can dual diagnosis with substance abuse.
You want to call Mr. Smith?
Sure.
All right. Ms. Hill, we're trying to find a place for you to go, get you out of jail where you can get some care. The challenge has been your pay source. There's not many facilities that will accept your pay source.
Okay, I'll see.
I'm going to let your lawyer, we've got a lead on Prestera. Have you ever been to Prestera for treatment before?
Yes, sir.
You have, okay. Well, maybe they'll take you then if they treated you before. So I'm going to let your lawyer, Mr. Smith, call them and see if we can get something set up, and then we'll have you back out after that occurs.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for being here today.
May we get a picture for a second?
Sure.
Do I have to sign anything or anything like that for us?
More of the medical stuff in addition to substance use that take Medicare, the ones that are just substance use, I don't know, honestly, none of them take Medicare. Okay, we're ready for the pretrial docket. Is that, we'll have those to go back to the jail.
State of Ohio versus Skylar R. Higginbotham, case number TRC 23936, ABC and D.
This is Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial. Skylar Higginbotham. Roger Smith. He's here, Mr. Smith.
We had talked about this, Your Honor. What I'd like to do, he's not ready to enter a plea today. I think we're getting closer. I had some discussion with Mr. Heald. If we could have another pretrial waive time, I think we can resolve it at the next hearing.
Okay. Let me tell you what court's docket looks like.
Sure.
The 10th, anything pretty much after the 10th of October is okay.
I could do the 13th or 16th, whichever's better for the courts.
I work on the river.
When will you be back from the river?
So I'll go on the 26th, I'll be back on the 19th, any day after
Of
the
October?
19th works for me. From the 19th until November 9th.
Okay, he said from the 19th of October, November 9th, he works on the river. If I,
No, that's whenever I'm off.
that's
Your
when you're
Honor.
off. Well, yeah, you work on the river, but you'll be here. So you're available here October 19th to the, what day?
To November 9th.
So the 20th is okay?
20th.
Yes, the 20th of October is fine with me, yes.
Okay, next hearing at the defendant's request is October 20 at 10 a.m. for pretrial.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Christian B. Malone, case number CRB 23455. Christian Malone.
This is Mr. Smith's case, set for pretrial.
It is, Judge. I think we have a resolution on this one, being a 90-day continuance, dismissal at that time upon payment of cost, and the alleged victims would request mental health and AOD assessment, which she's willing to do, have an assessment done. A medical card or insurance?
I've already had assessment done.
But you gotta have another one done. Do you have a medical card or insurance? Medical card?
Yes, I don't have insurance.
Okay, so she'll bring some proof of that?
Yes, Judge, and
Hearing?
she has private insurance, and she will bring that to the hearing, yes.
So mid-December, what's your schedule?
I think it should be pretty much wide open. Let me double check. So, at the court's discretion, Judge, I have pretty much wide open in December, the first part.
December 18?
Yes.
December 18 will be the next hearing. Will be dismissed then if she's done counseling and paid the cost, and no further problems.
Correct. And I will speak with Jasmine about some personal property issues, but that's, I understand the court doesn't get involved in that.
Okay.
If you'll wait, I'll talk to the victim advocate, so wait on me, okay? I'll be out there in just a minute.
Want me to walk out?
Yes, go ahead out in the lobby.
Thank
I'll be
you, Your Honor.
right there.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Mary Johnson, case number CRB 23526.
It's Attorney Roger Smith's case, set for pretrial.
Judge, this is another domestic, and speaking with Jasmine earlier, I believe the alleged victim does not want a restraining order and is agreeable to having the case dismissed after 90 days.
That is correct, Your Honor.
We could use that same date if that's not too crowded.
That's fine. I don't see a protection order was issued, so.
Okay.
December the 18th will be the next hearing. It'll be dismissed then if there's no further problems on cost effect.
December 18th at 10.
State of Ohio versus Shelby N. Rodriguez, case number CRB 23396 and TRC 23816. Shelby Rodriguez.
Mr. Smith's case set as a pretrial.
It is, Judge. We just received the drug screen results this morning. I've not had a chance to go with my client. He's here. Where is he?
Shelby Rodriguez.
Just talk to him.
Rodriguez, come into court.
No answer, Your Honor.
I literally just spoke to him. No. Guess we'll put him at the bottom of the
He's
docket. He's here, yeah, I just spoke to him.
Okay, we'll recall.
He might be
the
out.
docket.
Yeah, sorry about that.
State of Ohio versus William Alexander, case number TRC 231293, A, B, and C.
Mr. Stratton's case set for pretrial. Mr. Stratton.
I've not seen Mr. Stratton this morning.
Okay. Recall. Okay. Your attorney's not here, sir. Call later.
State of Ohio versus Ashley Burton, case number TRD 231075. Ashley Burton.
Mr. Steyer's case. pretrial, Ashley Burton.
Your Honor, Ms. Burton contacted the court and then myself this morning. She is having, her car is in the shop. She was unable to get a ride in here. She tried to call to get a ride from somebody, was unable to secure transportation, so has asked for a continuance. The state is agreeable, however, we didn't pick a date because we figured the court, could pick a date that was convenient to the court.
October the 10th or after?
I'm here the 10th, Your Honor. Let's go with that date.
October 10, at defendant's request, is case continued for a pretrial at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Chase W. Rickman, case number CRB 23525. And TRD 23650. Did not check in, Your Honor.
Chase Rickman.
Your Honor, this case was to be dismissed upon payment of costs. And there was a completion of treatment element, but I wondered if costs had been paid.
I don't see that they have.
Okay. But I have no further information, Your Honor.
Okay, he's got 7 days to appear before a warrant will issue.
State of Ohio versus Stevie R. Ward, case number TRC 23922, A and B.
Your Honor, this matter is an alleged OVI, and the state called this morning and don't have test results.
What's our time frame on this?
I believe time runs on October 7th, so if we could reschedule this pretty quickly so we can check on the results.
I'm available all upcoming court dates, I believe, through the 7th, so. Yeah, I'm here every court date between now and the 7th.
Is the second too late? We'd have to set up for that Friday one, so maybe sooner. 25th or 29th.
It doesn't make a difference.
You have a preference, Mr. Sire?
I have a little bit of a lighter docket myself on the 25th.
September 25th, or 1 week from today.
1 week. Just write that down, please.
State of Ohio recalls Christopher J. Blevins. State of Ohio versus Christopher J. Blevins, case number CRB 2286, CRC 21595, A and B, CRA 21162, CRB 19439. However, Mr. Stratton is listed as his attorney, although I have Steyer here. I'm not sure who's supposed to be his attorney.
Who's your counsel?
Stratton.
Okay, well, Mr. Stratton is not here. I do see your report. Looks like it's good, so.
Yeah.
We'll just wait for your lawyer. I'll make sure he is coming. I'm gonna text him. You've got another case that is on the docket today also, so we'll recall your case.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Austin L. Carmen, case number CRB 22254, CRB 2897.
Your Honor, this is one where Mr. Heald, according to the file, needs to speak with the victim. So we would ask for just a short continuance in order to give Mr. Heald time to do that.
Mr. Thompson?
We're in agreement.
Okay, I'll let you pick the date then. Anytime October 10th or after.
Okay, so maybe that next Monday.
Next Monday would be the 16th.
Okay.
Okay. October 16th for pretrial, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Douglas Price, case number CRB 23276. Douglas Price did not check in.
It's Mr. Thompson's case. He was supposed to be at Bethesda. It's my understanding.
He did not show for his assessment.
He hasn't appeared today, so there'll be a warrant issued for failure to appear.
State of Ohio versus William K. Elkins III, case number CRB 23347.
It's Mr. Morford's case set for pretrial.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
How are you feeling, Mr. Wolford? Are you feeling better, Mr. Wolford? It's good to hear.
Okay, looks like he's engaged in counseling and got a pretty good report. There's stuff working, they're still working on, but it looks like progress is being made. That's the way I would characterize it.
Judge, he's doing, in my mind, pretty well. If you'll recall, that right before he was supposed to be here the first time, his house burnt to the ground. So he's had some stressors that would trigger somebody that's not as committed as he is.
Okay. Yeah, that was back in July, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So, you want to continue this on, Mr. Morford?
Yes, Judge.
October 20th?
Sounds good, Judge. Sounds good for me. Does it sound good for you?
I can't hear you.
October 20th, so that sound good for you, sir?
I'm gonna check right now. I'm here then, Judge.
Okay, October 20th will be the next hearing. Continue as you are, Mr. Elkins.
Thank you, sir.
Good job.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy Runyon, case number CRA 23281, CRB 23282, CRD 23511. Jeremy Runyon.
He's here, Your Honor. I just talked to him. He's
Mr. Tyler Smith's case set for pretrial.
Take your hat off, sir. Your brother, you know, that's okay. You don't, you just want to, you're in the creeks. Yeah. How long have you been there? This is my first week, right? I've had that recently. I've had recently. Can I go back to county and see what it is? Okay. I'm not seeing some of these. Yeah. All right.
Have you seen the report of August 31st?
No, Your Honor, but I'm aware of some of the statements in there. Mr. Runyon has advised me even before this was done that he was having issues at hometown. In fact, right now, you're currently employed with
The counseling center. I got my CDCAs, I got my certification with me, and I work with my brother now on the weekends at a construction thing. And I did contact Tyler 2 weeks prior to this incident, and Roger Smith too. I even called him and talked to him, and I reached out to Philip and told him what he was doing. And I was just late to a group one time since I've been to this court, and I asked him when he discharged me that day, because I knew he was trying to, and that's why I reached out to my lawyer. And I asked him that day he discharged me why, and he never gave me an answer. He told me that it was several little things, but I talked in group that day, and he came home from home and discharged me at 7. And he even called my employer and tried to, say stuff about my treatment. But I got a house. I just got a house with my twins, my 4 twins, and my girl. We're back together. I just got it off Scott Evans, which I got paperwork from it. I did break my wrist 3 weeks ago, and I got to have orthopedic surgery on it. But the main thing is I was really doing really great. I don't know. Me and that guy didn't get along. Chris didn't get along. And I did reach out to the lawyers weeks before this and let them know that he was trying to do that. And my little brother knows. He's never come to court, but he was wanting to talk to you too.
You met with someone from Mended Region?
Oh yeah, and I start my outpatient. I was supposed to start it last week, but I had the COVID, which I got later. I start today at 2 o'clock, and I'm still at One Stop Family Medical Center counseling. It's the first time I've ever had a real employment, a real job. I got my own house, like I said. I got my family back together. My brother and him, he's let me work with him on the weekends. We're back together. And I don't want to lose my CDCAs and all that. And I know that y'all been lenient with me, but I've never did get, you've had me in here for years in front of you. That's the first time I've ever had a real paycheck. I mean, it really bothered me that this happened. Really.
Your Honor, this is Christopher Runyon, the victim in this case. He also wrote out a statement for us as well, but I believe he would like to express to you that he wishes to drop the charges at this time.
Okay. All right, I'll take your word for that. But there's a felony here too. Is that the domestic violence?
Yes.
Okay, that's
the brother's the victim.
Well, why don't we do this? Let's have Mr. Runyon do a urine screen today, then that'll help me decide what I want to do. So you think you'll be clean?
Yep.
Okay, go do a urine screen and come back, and I'll decide how we're going to proceed.
State of Ohio versus Landon Wheeler, case number CRD 21813, CRD 212077, A and B.
This is Tyler Smith's case. Mr. Wheeler's at Mended Regions.
Yes. I don't have a progress report for him because the mental health provider didn't get it finished in time. But he has been compliant with everything. His last session will be this week, and then he will complete the program.
Okay. Well, we've got some old traffic charges that need to be finalized, and then we've got a misdemeanor criminal case, domestic violence. It's old too, 2 years old.
Yeah.
As
far as the domestic violence case, Your Honor, I believe I'll leave that to the state of Ohio, how they want to proceed with it, because we did talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, it looks like according to Mr. Heald's notes as well, the last time he has notes is from July 28th, and those notes indicate that he would be okay with a dismissal after 90 days upon completion of treatment and no further issues. It's my understanding at this point he has been compliant and there have not been any issues that we're aware of.
So you're agreeable, that's on 21-8-13 to dismiss it?
Correct.
Okay, that case will be dismissed due to his substantially completing his treatment. Now, he has traffic matters that we were just continuing for sentencing. I think we should just go ahead and complete those also.
That's fine.
It was a driving without a license and no safety belt. Have you gotten a license back, or?
No, I'm in the process of trying to get them back and everything right now. I gotta pay Iowa Colgrove $2,000, well, they told me just to bring them $1,000 and then they'll remove the blockers. And then I gotta go make a payment over in Kentucky on it and they'll remove the blockers so I can go through to start getting them back.
Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and send you, I think you'd already pled guilty, we were just delaying sentencing.
Yeah.
So on the A cases, it's 21-20-77A, $50 fine, that's the no operator's license. Safety belt's a mandatory $30 fine. One court costs. And I'll give you until December, the day after Christmas. You got until December 26th to pay it. It's what we call a final pay date. So I'm not putting you on probation or anything. You've got till then to pay it. If you don't pay it, then we send it to the B&B as a forfeiture, and they're going to, your license will get blocked further. You won't be able to get a license. Any questions, sir?
Is that all I have is just the traffic one?
You got a 50 and a 30 and a court cost, so.
Alrighty.
And if you want a copy of the judgment, you can get it from probation. I'm not putting you on probation, but they can get you a copy of it, or you can look online.
Alrighty, that's fine.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Shelby Rodriguez, case number CRB 23396, PRC 23816, A, B, and C.
All right, this is Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial.
It is, Judge. I was just able to receive the urine screen results this morning. They were emailed from the patrol post here to the prosecutor's office. I would ask we come back in a couple, 3 weeks so I can discuss the case with my client in light of the results. I'm here the 13th or 16th of October, or the 2nd or 7th of October.
Let's make it the 13th.
13th.
October 13 will be the next hearing for pretrial at 10 o'clock.
Okay. We'll sign a time waiver.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Austin Harper, case number TRC 23956, A and B.
Mr. Harper, have you hired a lawyer?
No, sir. I was going to help get the information I needed to, but then some unexpected expenses came up and I wasn't able to do so.
Okay, so how do you want to proceed, sir?
I'm probably just going to accept the charges.
I'm sorry?
I'm just going to probably accept the charges.
Well, this is a case I don't know that there's a defense, but it's a fairly low test score, so you might be advised to talk to a lawyer.
Could I possibly get another court date until I could get a lawyer set up?
Yeah, I'll give you one more continuance.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Are you working?
Yes.
Mondays or Fridays?
Monday would be better for me.
October 23rd. 10 o'clock will be your next hearing. And that's at your request. So I understand you're waiving time constraints. You have a right to make the state bring the case to trial, but you're the one asking for the continuance.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Adam C. Reynolds, case number CRA 23448, CRB 23400.
All right, we got Steyer and Thompson, I think, on two different folders.
Okay, I was gonna say, because it had Mr. Thompson, it had my name on the docket sheet, on the computer, it only had Mr. Thompson, but.
There's a 23,400 is Thompson, 23,440 is you.
Do we want to keep both of us, or do you want to just?
I think what happened, probably got a ring on two different dates. Yes, it was, but they're close in time.
Mr. Thompson can handle both matters if that's.
Well, one of them's a felony. I don't think he does felonies.
Okay, well, in that case, then I'll stick around.
How do you want to proceed?
Well, on the other charge, the one I guess that I'm on, the officer stopped in here earlier and said that Mr. Reynolds was doing great work in cleaning up his property, but probably needed another month.
And I believe that's actually the one I'm on.
Are you on the open dumping?
I believe so, because that's a felony. But that is correct, Mr. Seth Summers did show up today. He said that he said good progress we had made. He's satisfied with the progress, but there's still more to go, and said that he'd be agreeable to give it another month to get it cleaned up, and we would be agreeable to continuing the case for another month with the intention that he work on cleaning it up in that time frame. About a month out is the 16th, which I'm already on the docket for, if that date works. And then I don't know what's going on with Mr. Thompson's case.
That's the menacing. What's going on with that?
We need to continue that because I thought I was on the other one.
Okay. All right, October 16 on both matters for pre-trial and preliminary.
You call me this week. You call me this week. That's my phone. Saturday. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Andrew Curry, case number CRA 23464, AV in the city, CRB 23463, CRB 23291, CRB 2361, CRB 22391.
And Your Honor, we have Bethesda here who is presenting a report. Compliant with negative drug screens.
Very good. Good job.
Thank you. Then additionally, I have, these are prints, I can give these to the prosecutor, but. Okay. And then in addition, I've got some printouts of photographs that Mr. Curry has provided showing a number, I'm sorry. Yeah, showing a number of trash bags and clear space addressing the open dump. I'm going to provide these to the state at this time. Mr. Summers didn't give me any information on that one today, so I don't know if he needs to maybe go by and see where things are. From the look of things, we have more progress, but probably still a little bit of work to be done.
Your Honor, we do community service at, every Friday at Bethesda, so maybe we can assist in maybe getting everybody out there to get it done.
Okay. Come back in another month then?
If we want to stick with that date that we just established of the 16th, that would be fine, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Curry's cases are all continued to October 16th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good job, ma'am.
State of Ohio versus Bobby Johnson, case number CRA 23235.
It's Mr. Steyer's case for preliminary hearing. This is a open dumping also.
It is, Your Honor. I spoke to, Mr. Johnson is back with us here after having been gone. hospitalized for quite a while. He spent, my understanding, is about 25 to 30 days in the hospital. And in fact, this morning, before he got here, he underwent dialysis. So he's dealing with some pretty serious health concerns. At this point, we haven't really made any progress on the cleanup because he's been hospitalized and now in dialysis. He doesn't really have the energy and ability to work on the matter. Now, his son had volunteered to help out with that matter. I spoke to him this morning. He has not been able to do that between work and dealing with hospitalization and things of that nature, but he does still intend to address the issue. So at this point, all I can really do is ask for more time and hope that the state's agreeable.
Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
October 16th.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for making it in here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, but it'll become more cases. Okay.
State of Ohio versus Pat D. Maynard, case number CRA 23531.
Mr. Steyer's case,
Your Honor, it's my understanding the state wishes to continue this, or take this case to the grand jury. Mr. Maynard is out on a bond. We'd like to preserve that bond, and for that reason, it's our intention this morning to waive preliminary hearing.
is that correct, Mr. Maynard?
Yes, sir.
You'll need to sign a waiver.
He also, if Ron has a warrant on PRD 231138. Do you have that file?
I do not.
I wasn't aware of that.
Let's pull up, there's a misdemeanor issue, so let's pull it. And we'll do
There was a misdemeanor attached to this felony that I assume will also be joining it at the.
This is a traffic matter. It might.
No, I think that's a separate issue probably, but there's also a misdemeanor that's attached to the felony.
Domestic violence is the other misdemeanor.
And I believe that would be knowledge of the grand jury to go along with the felony. But this other matter, I wasn't aware of.
Let's pull up the traffic one and get the file out.
Sorry. Right there was the defendant, sorry. Yeah, no, that's judge, this defendant.
It's a driving in violation of restrictions on his license.
Thank you. May I approach?
Yes.
Go ahead and tender the waiver on the other matter. Has he put a rate on this other matter, or is it?
Don't believe so. Okay, I'll accept his waiver of the preliminary hearings. Now, Mr. Maynard, you need, on these cases, are going to go down to the court in Ironton at the main courthouse.
Yes, sir.
And who knows when that'll happen. So you need to probably stay in touch with Mr. Steyer and kind of keep, do you have access to the computer?
No, I got a smartphone, that's it, sir.
Okay. Well, you can actually check it on your smartphone. Get the clerk from the Common Pleas Court's website and go on there and check it periodically, because what can happen is you get indicted, they try to get you to come in and you don't, then they'll issue a warrant for you.
And sometimes they don't even do that, they just go ahead and issue a warrant no matter what, so.
Okay.
I would ask for a summons to be issued in this case, of course.
Well, let's make sure the prosecutor has your right address, because sometimes people move and they send it to the wrong address.
Go ahead and give your address.
102 Ferry Street, South Point, Ohio, 45680.
That's what's on the complaint, so that should be correct.
Luke, is that where I have that as the victim's address.
That's my mailing address.
That's his mailing address.
That's the only one I have at
Yeah.
home. I've been staying in Greenup.
He's been staying in Greenup, but if you contact me, I can make sure I get a hold of him. I have contact with him.
Okay, don't leave, and let's address this traffic thing, because you got a warrant outstanding on that. So
Is that this court's case?
It is.
Okay, yeah, so just stick around and we'll get you right on
They'll
that.
bring the folder out here as soon as they find it.
Okay, hang tight.
State of Ohio versus Austin D. Pauley, Case number CRA 22737, CRB 2262, CRB 21246, CRB 19743.
Mr. Steyer's case?
Now, approach, Your Honor.
Yes. I'd like to have Mr. Polly do a hearing screen hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's have it recalled after we get the results.
State of Ohio recalls Naaman C. Cox, case number CRB 23569.
Mr. Cox was on disciplinary conduct and had a conference with Taylor and Mr. Major, or did we come up with any kind of a plan?
Yes, I'm almost positive he's going to need at least outpatient services. He has a full assessment scheduled on the 29th at 1 o'clock because he has court that day, and it's just more convenient for him to make the trip down here, and then we can get his insurance and his treatment taken care of.
I advise him, Your Honor, that he does have some old cases coming up on the 29th that, depending on how he does with treatment and what he decides to do there, may determine whether to do a probation violation on him or not due to this new case.
Okay. So the assessment's going to be on the 29th?
It is.
Okay. And he has a review on the 29th?
Yeah, 9 a.m., yes, sir.
All right, I'll just set this for sentencing then on September 29th at 9 a.m. and I'll just keep this, holding it over your head. It's not that much, but it is something, so, and you can get a probation violation filed. The main thing is we want to get you clean. You got an obvious alcohol issue we need to address. We'll see you on September 29th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Pat Maynard, case number TRD 231138, A and B.
All right, you're Taft Maynard, and it looks like you had failed to appear on August 28th for an arraignment. And this was here in this court. It alleges, there's a complaint filed alleging that on August 21st at 3:39 p.m. in Perry Township, you were driving with a suspended license. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine, and that you were not wearing a safety belt. That's a mandatory $30 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
And you do understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Guilty, sir.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true, you're waiving your rights to have a trial in law. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an explanation for not coming to court on August 28th?
I was working with special need young adults with initial independence, and I couldn't leave because nobody came in to release me, and I couldn't leave him there by himself. And I was sitting at his house probably for about 48 hours straight, sir. And then when my fiance finally got in contact with her employer, they had somebody bring her down to relieve me, and by that time it was already past court time, sir.
Okay. Well, you should have come then after that, the first available court date, rather than just blowing it off, because you've had a warrant outstanding. You could have got picked up any time on the warrant. The officer says, well, and this is Trooper Branham, OSP, says sitting stationary US 52 near milepost 14 and check the defendant's speed above the posted speed limit. When he passed my patrol car, observed he didn't have a safety belt on, which he admitted to, and did not have a valid license. Okay, anything you want to tell me about it?
I was just running late to get my daughter off the school bus that day, sir.
Okay.
I was 15 minutes late there, and he gave me a ride onto the house to get my daughter off the school bus.
It looks like your suspension is out of Boyd County. Did you have a ticket over there in January that you didn't pay or something?
I'm still paying on it, sir.
Okay. Well, it actually looks like it got released May 2nd. The offense was actually in November of last year. Let's see if you got other things that are holding you up. Looks like you've got something out of South Point to me or somewhere. Maybe a couple things. Have you got things there that are unresolved at South Point?
I shouldn't, sir. They was paid in full. I think I still got receipts for that.
Okay. Let me do this, because this is old. August 22nd. Let me get an updated report and see if they're still showing you suspended.
Yes, sir.
So have a seat, and we'll have Mr. Cooper run this and get another report. I need a driving record for Taft Maynard to see if he's still suspended.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Shandon Pringle, case number CRB 2189.
Shannon Pringle is here. This was a review today. She is that Restoring Hope?
Yes, ma'am, French.
Yes. Okay, so she's being compliant and actually has improved attitude, so very good. And drug screens are good. Okay, good job.
Thank you.
And you're working now or not? Or you have a job now?
No, not yet.
When's that gonna happen?
Yeah, my CDCA is completed and I'm back enrolled in school, but I'm not employed yet.
Okay. All right, I'll set your next review hearing, October 30th.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good report, thank you.
Sorry. Thank you.
That's a 9.
9.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Austin D. Pauley, case number CRA 22737 and others.
Okay, acceptable screen, I will call it.
He's got some work to do, Your Honor.
Okay.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Over these past 2 months, I've faced more tragedy than I've ever had to in my life, and I've managed to not shoot heroin over it, and I just want to say that I'm proud of myself for that.
Okay, that's good.
It might not seem like a big accomplishment to some people, but for me, it's...
What's happened in your life?
My father passed away about a week and a half ago.
Okay, well, my condolences for that. And congratulations for staying in recovery.
Thank you.
That's the sort of test that can really get somebody, so the fact that you got through that is a real step in the right direction.
I'm not through it yet.
Well, no, I understand, but getting this far is a step in the right direction.
All right, October 23rd will be your next hearing. Keep up what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Taft Maynard, case number TRD 231138 A and B.
Okay, we will be still suspended. Do you want to try to clean this up, or how do you want to proceed? You want me to go ahead and sentence you, or you want to go try to clean it up, and I'll give you less of a penalty?
Your Honor, if I may, he has fines out of Kentucky and multiple tickets to South Carolina.
Okay.
Do you think this is something you think you can handle?
I can get it cleaned up. I just need some time to get the scores and stuff started.
Okay, he's indicating that he thinks he can get it cleaned up. I think that would probably be a positive result.
How much?
How long, did you see how many tickets there were? I mean,
It's really only been 1, 2, yeah, 4 times.
well, he's saying there's some stuff in South Point, but
Three.
it says South Point says 3, but you can look into that and see. You may have receipts to show those are taken care of, but you have to go there and take care of that. Before you come back in about a month, Your Honor.
Let's make it a little more.
Okay.
How about November 3rd?
Let me make sure I'm available that day. I don't see why I wouldn't be. I'm available that day.
I'll set it for sentencing, November 3rd, 10 o'clock.
Which is this something I'm still on, Your Honor? I'm not sure if this is jailable or not.
It's not, well, it is jailable, so I'll point you.
Okay.
It was, at first I didn't think it was, but it is actually. So I'll point you on it also.
So we're going back November 3rd. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Gregory M. Unroe, case number CRB 23571.
This is the jurisdictional thing, where we decide on.
Yes, Your Honor, we would just move to amend the complaint to reflect that at Rome Township instead of
Okay.
Brown City Township.
I'll amend the complaint to allege this happened in Rome Township in Lawrence County.
Correct, yes.
And the charge is menacing. It's alleged this happened on September 17th, that you knowingly caused Maria Hanna to believe you would cause physical harm to her person or property. Maximum penalty for that is 30 days in jail, $250 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
And you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
Home health.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes.
How much per hour?
12.
How many hours a week?
35.
About 22,000 a year gross, is that right?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's what my numbers come up to. Do you have any dependents?
One.
Okay, you're eligible for appointed counsel. I'll appoint Mr. Morford. Entering a not guilty plea. This is 4th degree misdemeanor menacing, so they have a pretty quick time frame on it. Probably need to come back on the 2nd of October if you're available. Mr. Morford.
I'm here then, Judge.
October 2nd. Pre-trial at 10 o'clock. He can sign a $1,000 signature bond. Is there a protection order requested?
Yes.
I'm wondering, is it a problem for him to stay away from Maria Hanna?
Sir.
Yeah, what?
Can you stay away from Maria Hanna? Is that a big problem for you?
Yeah, I can stay away.
Okay. She's not a neighbor or living with you?
It is a neighbor.
Okay, well, you gotta just minimize contacts. Don't go around her or contact her.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Next hearing, October 2nd, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio recalls William C. Colemeyer to Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 22390. And Dolores Hill is on deck.
All right, Mr. Kohlmeyer and Mr. Steyer was gonna talk with him.
I spoke to Mr. Kohlmeyer and reviewed the file. This was a matter that was to be dismissed upon payment of court costs. Appearance wasn't required, court costs had been paid, but they hadn't been paid. Mr. Kohlmeyer apparently had moved out of the area in the meantime, was out of work, which explains but doesn't excuse his failure to either pay or appear. I've spoken to him. He indicates he believes that if he were allowed out of jail, he would be able to get this paid by Wednesday or so. I told him that unless the court said he had, well, I'm assuming that the state is still willing to go along with that because it's an older case. And as far as I'm aware, no further problems have arisen, or we would have heard about this before he showed up here in this capacity. But that he thinks he could get it paid by this week, and I advise him that it would almost certainly be a $50 warrant fee added on. So whatever, I assume it was $135 before, it's probably gonna be $185 now, but he still thinks he can get that paid this week. What I'd like to ask is for an OR bond to allow him out with a new court date, and told him he's either have to have paid by that day or be here, explain why he hadn't gotten it paid and ask for more time. And he says he understands that.
What's the state's position?
We'd have no objection, Your Honor.
Okay, he can sign $1,000 signature bond, we'll order him back October 23rd.
Let me check that date again. Oh yeah, 23rd is fine.
Go ahead.
I can make a little bit of a payment today if I can.
Well, I'm giving you a month or a little more than a month, so just pay it off in the next month and you don't have to appear. If you can't pay it off, then you have to appear on October 23rd.
I don't know that it's 185. You're gonna have to make certain with the clerk of that amount, but that's the minimum it would be.
22,390. 22,390. There's other costs.
There may be additional costs.
Some sheriff's fees, it looks like.
Yes, it was. 165.
Okay, 165 is what's that?
So 165 is what you have to pay then.
Yeah, I can do that. Can I bring it in Wednesday?
You can bring it in any day, Monday through Friday.
But I don't think they take checks, so you're going to bring cash.
8:30 to 4. Or you can pay it online. You can go online.
Yeah, you can go online and pay it, but there's a fee.
No, I'll bring cash Wednesday.
So I hesitate to ask this, but if it's paid, is an appearance necessary?
No appearance required.
So you don't have to come if you pay, but if you don't pay, you still have to be here that day. You understand that, sir? All right.
Okay, October 23rd, you'll get it out on a signature bond here shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Dolores Hill to Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 23568, CRB 23536.
Mr. Smith's case, Tyler Smith. You don't look like the man that's got a solution.
Well, Your Honor, Megan from QRT has been very helpful, making calls as well. I believe you contacted Help West Virginia to try to get some people, and we're running into the same issue everywhere we go.
I've contacted about 10 different facilities. All of them are pretty much giving me the same answer. They will not take a referral from Ohio courts or the Lawrence County Jail. She would have to be released from jail and then contact them on her own. They won't even take, I can't, they have to talk to her. And she has to be released first in order for that to happen. So that's kind of the problem I'm running into.
Okay, the problem is she doesn't have a place to go to or transportation or anything, right?
Right.
I think with, who did we talk to last, was that,
We talked to Help for West Virginia.
no, I mean, the last person we talked to, was that,
River Park.
River Park. River Park, they said that they can't do any kind of assessment or anything from the jail or take him from jail. But if she was released and went there, they can do the assessment. They do 24 hours or even call and make an appointment. I don't know if, I know that you said if it was local, you could even take
Yeah,
it.
but my personal opinion, I feel like that she's not gonna go voluntarily unless she's court ordered or you all.
Right.
I don't have no problem transporting her.
I can court order her, but then once she gets there, they're not gonna hold her.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, I mean, and I'm not worried about her, I mean, she's not gonna hurt me, I'm not worried about that. I'm just, like, I don't care if her, I just feel like that if it's not court ordered, she's not gonna go voluntarily, you know what I mean?
And everybody has told me the same thing. She would have to go through a court in West Virginia in order to be accepted to their programs.
Okay, well, that's not a possibility. All right, Ms. Hill, what do you wish to say?
I could be released, I believe that, like my brother-in-law said, I could be released to him and then I would go into a report or abatement or some kind of facility. Yeah, he is telling the truth that, he is no harm to me. He has been helping me through this whole, case.
Well, I think the only option we have then is release her, and if you'll transport her to River Park, and then she leaves, I'll issue a warrant for her, and that's all I
I
can
mean,
do.
I'll take her there. I mean, like I said, I have no problem taking her there. If she's willingly to go there, then I mean, I don't have any issues with taking her there.
She's giving a thumbs up. It's
River
very-
Park did tell me that she called them all last week.
Okay.
So, Ms. Hill, you're willing to go to River Park today to go be assessed and voluntarily, you know, it's a commitment, you have to go in, okay?
Yes, sir.
And plus it'll give you a place to live temporarily.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to release you on a signature bond of $2,000, which means you're guaranteeing your own appearance back in court. Order you released to your brother-in-law, whose name is
Jeremy
Hammonds.
Hammond.
Hammond.
No S, Hammond. And he will transport you to River Park, and I'm ordering that you stay there and get treatment.
Yes.
And then I'll set another hearing for you, let's do 2 weeks, October 2nd.
That's fine, Your Honor. I'm already here.
And if you're still in the facility, you don't even have to come to the court. Just let your lawyer know you're still in the facility. He can verify that, and you won't have to be in court. I just want you to get some help.
So if I take her over there and, drop her out when she leaves, that y'all issue a warrant for her, right?
That's
Okay.
right.
And I'm not responsible for that?
You're not
Okay.
responsible.
I'll go with it.
I think that's the only other solution would be Athens, and she's gonna be sitting in jail for a long time trying to get in Athens. I can't guarantee that they would even take her.
Right.
Okay, that'll be the order. Next hearing is October 2nd for pre-trials. She's released to her brother-in-law for transport to River Park. Stay there, get treatment. We just want you to get the help you need.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, that finishes up at the jail.
She can go.
By the way, Your Honor, Mr. Hammond, Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I hope my Browns win tonight.
I've heard that from everywhere I went this morning. I've had people say something to me.
Don't worry, the Steelers are going to win.
Yeah, I hope so. We need it.
Oh, the Bengals.
I'm sorry. 2,000 or yeah, 2,000 or
State of Ohio recalls Jeremy Runyon, case numbers CRA 23-281, CRB 23-282, CRB 23-511. Jeremy Runyon. Recall Jeremy Runyon.
I saw him outside.
okay, he had it on your screen. So, under the circumstances, I'm willing to let him continue on with the path he's on then, since he's negative. That was your brother-in-law or brother?
My brother, my little brother, yeah.
Do you want to dismiss that case at his request then, or how do you want to proceed on the domestic?
Yes, we would ask that it be dismissed at this time.
Okay, so 23-281 is dismissed at the request of the victim. He did that in open court earlier. And what we've got left, 23-282. Well, he was the victim on that one too, so that was a criminal damaging, so I'm assuming he wants that dismissed also.
That is correct.
Okay, so both of those will be dismissed. 281, 282 are dismissed at the victim's request.
I believe there's a traffic case on it.
Yeah, I gotta pay a fine on it.
TRD 23511.
I can pay it my next paycheck.
Okay. We don't need any further hearings on that. You just need to pay it.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you a final pay date of December 26th. So you either gotta pay it or it'll go in against your license and your license will get suspended for not paying.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, good luck to you.
All right, thanks, Judge Catherine.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Christopher J. Blevins, case Mr. Stratton's case number CRB 2286, CRC 21595 A and B, CRB 19439 A and B.
Doing okay?
All right, I have a report from Southern Hope, and it's a good report for Mr. Blevins. I think he's turned the corner and made this his project now.
Yes. Is there a completion date?
No, it's a minimum 6-month program, so he's still got a little while, but he's doing well.
Your Honor, I believe you just want to continue on with this?
Yes. October 23rd?
Yes.
Okay, next hearing for Mr. Blevins is October 23rd, 10 o'clock. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Good job.
State of Ohio versus William Alexander, case number CRC 231293 A, B, and C.
It's Mr. Stratton's case, pre-trial.
I just saw you. I'm sorry about that. Your Honor, may we approach?
Yes. The worst thing is his mandatory license suspension. I think it's 90 days. Yeah, it's 90 days.
who she said, and ask her to stay.
Okay. All right, when do you want to come back?
Maybe in the middle of October sometime, Your Honor. That way we can get discovery on the case.
And there's time later till then?
Yes, I'll fill that out.
Okay. October 13th?
October 13th. I need to get discovery on the case. I'll take a look at it. Okay.
Pre-trial, October 13th.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're right.
State of Ohio versus Terry J. Krantz, case number TRC 2334 A and B.
Mr. Smith's case, sentencing. She's an RRS.
Do you want to see this?
That's fresh off the press.
Right? Oh, he's got one too?
Okay, perfect.
So I don't need this one yet. Okay, great.
Okay, are we ready to conclude this then today?
I believe so, Judge. I think we set it for today in anticipation that she was going to get that certificate of completion, which she's done. It's like dated just a week ago, not even a week ago.
And I believe the agreement was that she completed treatment, there would be an agreement not to impose a jail sentence.
That's correct, Judge.
All right, Ms. Krantz, anything you wish to say before finalized sentencing? No? Anything from the state?
No, Your Honor.
We're gonna, it's a first offense. I'll impose a $600 fine, order you to pay court costs, 6-month license suspension that started March 27th, so that's just about up. 20 days in jail, all suspended. Order you to do 5 days community service, 2 years of level 4 probation. I'm going to do away with the driver intervention program because you did the longer term counseling.
Thank you, Judge. You did counseling.
Okay.
Instead of doing 3-day school, he's going to count this as a 3-day school.
Okay, so what if I pay that?
Set a review hearing
Today, don't have to come back.
for March the 18th of next year, the 2024. Get everything finished before then. You don't have to
I'm getting ready to maybe have
Here
something
then.
else left on again.
You can get double community service on October 7th.
I know she's telling me she's got a surgery coming up. I told her Josh would work with her.
I have an MRI and I just had rotator cuff research, so I've got 2 bottom arms right now.
Okay, but I'll have her speak with Josh.
All right, she'll need to speak with Mr. Major also on the failure to control a $20 fine.
Okay, settle that.
You're done with court.
Okay.
So assuming you pay your fine.
I'm gonna pay the pay for that.
Do you release it with her?
Okay.
Do you need your visual license back here?
Okay,
Yep.
that's fine.
State.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy A. McMillan, case number TRC 22769 A, B, and C. TRC 202014 A, B, and C. TRC 142341 A, B, and C.
Okay, this is on sentencing. Mr. McMillan is here. I've been getting good reports. You have a
Yeah,
written report?
Well,
Yes.
Vegas. Engaged in service. Everything you could hope for, that's what I wanted to see. Paperwork part of it, I'm not with.
Okay. Says Jeremy has made a significant turnaround, is making good progress. So I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you for doing what you need to do.
And keeping your honor out of hot water across the river.
Yeah, across the bridge.
Across the bridge.
Stay on this side of the creek.
I'm over there every morning, so I gotta stay in good. Judge Ferguson. Okay, let's come back in another month or so. How about the 23rd of October, Mr. Smith?
Judge, I'm in a trial that week, but the 16th I'm here the week before. It's not quite a month.
Okay, October 16th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Same thing, October 16th.
Thank you, Judge.
Jeremy.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Smith, case number CRB 22741, A and B.
Okay, this was on the docket for a trial, but it's my understanding that it's been resolved.
It has been resolved, Judge. I spoke with Ms. Waldorf this morning, and in return for a guilty plea to the M4 trespass, the minor misdemeanor disorder will be dismissed, and I believe the state's going to recommend a 10-day jail sentence, suspended to probation, and whatever fine that was court's discretion.
It is correct, Your Honor.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir, I do.
Anything you want to tell me?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll oppose what was recommended. I'll make a finding of guilty on the trespassing, impose a $50 fine and court costs, 10 days in jail suspended. Is there any kind of order to stay away?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll make it level 5 probation. Review hearing is on March the 18th of 24. The B case is dismissed.
March 18th. 2024.
Okay.
Yes, next year, next March. It's
It's,
9 o'clock a.m.
$186.
Yeah, he has some sheriff fees that are extra
Okay.
that he ordered to pay.
Absolutely, Judge.
He needs to go check in with Mr. Major.
Yeah, that's the office.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge. Thanks, Jenna.
State of Ohio versus Kevin Fitzpatrick, case number CRB 23232, A and B. And CRC 23379, A and B.
Tyler Smith. Yes. Okay, I'm going to take this as a letter of completion. Okay, so we're ready to conclude the sentencing then?
Yes, Your Honor.
You feel you can do it today?
Yes.
All right, do you have, what's the state's recommendation?
It's my understanding, Your Honor, that the agreement had been with Mr. Heald and Mr. Smith that should Mr. Fitzpatrick complete the treatment, then Mr. Heald would not recommend the 3-day school, and otherwise it would just be minimums.
He put both as, they were, I believe, both OVI first offense because they were 5 days apart. They're just going to get into treatment.
All right, anything you wish to say, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to start out with apologizing, not only to you, but everyone in here, for wasting time. And I feel as if I've definitely learned my lesson. It's definitely cut out a lot of things in my life. I have an opportunity to go out of town and work that I have had, and I'm not able to do that because I now have to deal with this. And so I would just like to apologize.
Okay, well, thank you for your apology, and hopefully it is a true recognition. This is serious business. You got 2 OBIs on your record now. One thing that you need to understand, I'm going to treat these both as first offenses, but if you got another one, whether it's in this court or another, it can immediately be treated as a 3rd offense. And here, that's up to a year in jail. I know in West Virginia, a 3rd offense is automatically a felony, or at least it's supposed to be treated as a felony, which means you could go to prison on a 3rd offense. So there needs, and hopefully that was part of the counseling, is that you need to make some adjustments to your lifestyle, behavior, and that my goal is that this not ever happen again. I don't want to see you, whether it's in this court or another court, I don't want to see you back with this kind of issue. And I think, well, these would even be expungable at some, well, no, that's not true. They're not expungable. But I don't think they're going to hold you back from doing what you want to do later on in life. But if you get another one, yeah, there's probably going to be some things you can't do because of having this on your record. There's going to be some jobs, maybe some schools, things like that you wouldn't be able to do because it's indication of a pretty serious problem. So, bottom line is, I want you to go on, everybody here wants you to go on and be successful, have a good life, but there needs to be an adjustment. Hopefully you've made that. Time's going to tell. But this is, within a few days of each other, pretty bad behavior on your part. Okay, so let's start with 379. That was the one first in time, I believe. Yeah, April the 8th. Okay, on that OBI, I'll give you the minimum fine. $375 fine is the minimum. Order you to pay the court costs. You got a 6-month license suspension, 20 days in jail suspended, 30 hours community service, level 4 probation. I'll do away with the driver intervention program since you did the counseling at OVP. Now, are you working now?
I am.
What's your schedule?
So as of right now, I'm just taking odd jobs. So like doing floors and
So
houses.
the weekends are open?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I think what we need to do, I want you to be out here, any reason you can't be out here this Saturday and for the next 4 after. I want you to be out 5 weekends in a row. To work Saturdays. And one of those days is going to get double credit.
I believe he's done some community service already. I believe it was 12 hours.
I'll have to check. I believe he's done one day.
What you gave me last time was 12 hours total.
It may be.
Yeah.
Well,
It might have been a double.
Double days. That was what he's doing now.
Okay. All right, well, I still want him out for 5 weekends in a row. And we've got another one to do, so I can add, if If I need to, I'll add more community service on the second one.
What do you want the review hearing, Ron?
Review hearing, let's make it, so where are you going to school?
I'm not going to school.
Oh, I thought you said you were taking classes.
No. I was going to take a job that's out of town. It's in
Okay.
Nebraska.
Okay, well, you got a month or so before you can do that. And I'm assuming you'll be back here for Christmas?
Maybe.
Well, you're gonna be now, because I'm gonna set a review hearing.
Yes, sir.
I'll set it for December 22nd. It's your first review hearing. Okay, then on the second one, well, there's speed, $30 fine on speed on the first case. Okay, so now we're to the second case, which is 23,384. Okay, I'll make that one a $400 fine, slightly more than the minimum. Order you to pay court costs, 20 days in jail, all suspended. And I'm going to make this, since it's your second rodeo, 40 hours of community service. So you've got a total of 70 hours, plus I'll give him credit for the 12 we did before. So he's still got 58. He's going to do 5 weekends in a row to get that down. And I'm excusing you from going to the dip school, which I am not supposed to do.
Thank you.
If you read the statute, it says it's mandatory, or I got to give you jail. I'm not giving you either one because you went to some more extensive treatment. But if they wanted to, they could appeal me to the Court of Appeals and get me reversed because it's mandatory under the law. So I'm giving you a break. But I think you owe the community some community service. That'll be a good thing that you can do in a positive way for the community versus sitting in jail and sucking down $55 a day or whatever it costs to keep you there. So do something positive. Okay, driving under an OVI suspension. Again, I'm assuming that I think the deal was no jail time, because that's a mandatory jail sentence. Was that the?
That's correct.
That is my understanding.
Again, I'm going out on a limb because the legislature says if you get convicted of driving under an OVI suspension, I have to give you 3 days in jail as a minimum.
Thank you.
So I'm not going to give that to you, but I'm going to give you some more community service. Again, you do the crime, you got to do some kind of punishment. Sitting in jail is not going to help you, and it's a pretty scary place. So, on your driving under an OVI suspension, it's a mandatory $250 fine, so I will impose that. I'll make it 30 days in jail, and I'll suspend all 30. In order you to do an additional 30 hours of community service. So now we're at 100 hours total. You had a turn signal violation, that'll be a $10 fine. And then I think there was a marijuana charge, wasn't there?
There's also distracted driving.
Okay, I'll dismiss the distracted driving. Was it marijuana? Yep. $50 fine. Same review hearing date, December 22nd. Okay. I hope you learned something, and I don't want to see you back. You can come visit, but I don't want you to ever come back in here as a defendant. You got to remember.
Yes, sir.
That you pulled the wool over my eyes, because I'm only doing this because I think you're a good kid, and you're never coming back again on charges like this. If you prove me wrong, I'm not gonna be very happy. So I can load up and give you a lot the next time. So I don't want to do that. Okay, go see Mr. Major, and then you're free to go.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome.
Talk to Mr. Major, everything. Okay.
State of Ohio versus Dylan Hayden, case number CRA 22473.
This is Mr. Warford's case. Mr. Hyden is at Bethesda. I don't think this is going to work for West Virginia. You have a West Virginia license?
I do. I tried calling yesterday, and they just said a $50 reinstatement fee and the driving intervention program.
That's their own requirement. They're going to require you to go to 3-day school.
They asked me to talk to you about it. I don't know, that's what they said. But
I don't think they'll take an order from me. You can get a certified copy of the judgment entry and send it to them, but I don't think they're going to take that. You'll have to, if you want to get reinstated over there, you'll have to do what they want.
I'll reach out to the safety treatment unit. I just haven't had a chance yet. So.
just out of curiosity, what if I were to go get my license in Ohio?
Well, probably, I'm going to guess, now, sometimes they make mistakes, that they shouldn't let you get a license in Ohio because you're already suspended by West Virginia. So they have an interstate compact between them, but you could try it. Sometimes they got a lot of cases to deal with. Sometimes they slip through the cracks and they don't get the notice or whatever, and they let you get a license, but they shouldn't let you get a license. But main thing is you're clean. And you're looking a lot better.
I feel great.
And I detect a better attitude in you.
Judge, I asked him if this was him, actually, in regards to that comment you just made about the attitude.
Yeah.
He got whatever. It was exactly what he needed. It's not the same person anymore.
Yeah. I feel like before there was some resentment there. It's like I'm being made to do stuff I don't really want to do. This isn't what I want. I'm doing it because I'm being made to. And now I kind of feel like you see the light switches come on. You see that this is for your benefit, man. You're a young guy.
Definitely.
You got a long time to live. Doing what you were doing before, you weren't going to live that long.
Exactly.
So you can go on and do whatever you want to do in life and have a long life, but there are no old drug addicts. If you want to live a long life, even if you somehow skate through without overdosing, which right now with fentanyl is hard to do, you're not going to live that long because it takes a toll on you.
Yes.
So, good job.
Thank you.
Now, I don't feel like I can do anything other than what I did. I waived the dip school, I think is what I did in the judgment entry. And I think that's all I can do. I can't order the West Virginia DMV to reinstate your driver's license, and I don't think they would take it anyway. But you can get, if there's a certified copy of the judgment entry and send it to them, and maybe they'll say, oh, well, that judge says he doesn't have to do it. So we're not going to make him do it. But from my experience, they've got their own rules. So I think, because I've known people who have had alcohol-related offenses and got it reduced or whatever, and they still make them go to a 3-day school before they'll reinstate their driving privileges. That's just their rule. So, but I'm not your lawyer over there. If you want to fight it out, I guess get a lawyer that in West Virginia that will fight with the DMV. So he's doing good, but he's not finished, right?
He is not finished, and I think originally when we restarted him, we said 9 months. So we're just going to see how his progress goes. He really is a good kid. He's done tremendously well, but from my experience, and that's not against Dylan, but from my experience, sometimes I just want to make sure he's good. He's got his whole life ahead of him.
Okay. So when's 9 months?
I can't even remember when to go to jail last time.
Oh, okay, we started the clock over there. It wasn't that long ago. But I think that may have helped with your...
This might when I get out, be like February.
Be like February. I mean, we're a good ways out.
Okay, well, we don't need to come back then until November. Let's come back the 1st of November sometime for the next hearing. Give you more time before you have to come back here. But you do know, like, if you get in trouble, she's gonna text me.
Yes.
She's gonna text me and tell me. And I can have a warrant issued or whatever, or send somebody out. I've sent people, I'm not even having to use it. I sent somebody out to pick you up at the...
He was there when Caleb got brought back.
Okay. November 3rd?
That's good.
November 3rd will be the next hearing. Okay, you're doing great. Keep it up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Heather Chin, case number TRD 201711 A and B, TRD 201761 A and B, TRD 201086 A and B. Heather Chin.
I don't see her anywhere.
She did not check in.
It's a
you know.
sensing on 20, like review.
Okay. Hate to, but I will issue a warrant with her uncle looking at him while I'm doing it.
State of Ohio versus David A. Jackson, case number TRD 13896, TRD 13752 A and B.
Okay, this is set for sentencing, but I was just informed you paid everything off, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good job, you're completed. You can leave and come back for visits, but you don't have to come back for this case. Case
All right.
completed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're done, almost before noon. That's, we have to have you come back.
Yeah.
We never do that. Court's adjourned.
These are ones that sometimes still have. Yeah, these are. This happens to us.
Okay.
Give us a little constitution.
Oh, yeah, did you? Okay.
Oh, I wish it was, the whole day was over, yeah.
Bye. Have a good day. Call her if you need anything. I appreciate it.
what I'm gonna say. I got a bunch of name files too, where I bring in and out of the courtroom.
Oh, I know.
Stuff and things weren't written in.
Little Willie cards.
Yeah, I know.